Yeah. Well, I would have a forest full of trees if I turned a new leaf every time I broke a promise that I thought I would keep. And I'ma harbor that in secret. It's hard to hear your feedback. I'm playing like the Phantom of the Opera on a keypad. Hopping off the deep end happily, ain't no wisdom in my teeth left. Just cavities. I've been trying to keep my feet wet. Walking over water, about to run a little farther. Doing an Our Father, but you probably atheist. I'm still speeding like Dennis Hopper. There's a bomb up on this bus, so where the fuck's Keanu Reeves at? You best to relax. I'm staying on my grind, feeling Amy off this wine like I ain't going back to rehab. Feeling like a bipolar reject. I'm even high when I'm sober, and my mind's a solar eclipse. A born-again fetus who should have been aborted. Hopped about my mommy's chest like, what's up, I'm important. That was morbid, dog. And kinda sorta wrong, but nothing's off limits. I've been ripping down walls like Gorbachev. I do it for my dogs and do it for the cause, yeah. You do it for the blogs and do it for applause, yeah. You do it for the wrong reason, so I have to judge. The beat up on your song is decent, but your rapping sucks. That's why I can't endorse it. But still you're in the stores and people flock with open wallets to cop your garbage recordings. But I keep my hands in my pocket, that's ironic like Alanis Morissette. I hate this game, but I can't just forfeit. Don't want the fame, but I'll take the fortune. The moolah, they say what you give to it, you end up attracting to ya. That's why I put my 2 cents in and got some change back. Guess it all makes sense in my brain, man. My bedroom feels too small for me, but the outside world's like doomsday, honey. I'll go Usain once you say run it. Lot of fish in the say, but 2 ain't nothing. My bedroom feels too small for me, but the outside world's like doomsday, honey. I'll go Usain once you say run it. Lot of fish in the say, but 2 ain't nothing. There's a rip tide coming, hold on. I think the sky's falling on us. There's a rip tide coming, hold on. I think the sky's falling on us, yeah. Falling on us, yeah. Falling, yeah. There's a rip tide coming, hold on. I think the sky's falling on us, yeah. Cloud 9 never seemed so far away. Guess there's only so much bullshit I can tolerate. Treat the booth like my pool pit, I'm trying to congregate. But my pursuit of artistry has led my heart astray. I try to stay up on a straight and narrow path, but every time I look, it's like sand from this hourglass is pouring outward. But I'm all about my paper like I'm Jim Halpert. The top is just a shot away, so baby, give me shelter. Yeah, I'm South Philly's own Lil Helper, the Wolf of Broad Street. They call me the young Jordan Belfort. My story developing Corey Feldman the way they can't stand by me, like I just brought him here to see a dead body. Yeah, and that body's mine, so I'm the one you hide behind, trying to find peace in the deep end of this violent mind. Praying for Vegas, bowling for Columbine. Download it for free and sold up on Spotify. Like here, yo, sell your soul up on.
Good morning, good morning. Welcome back to another live stream here. Let's make sure we are up and running. Yeah, looks like you guys can hear me. What's going on this fine Thursday, February 20th? We are going to be taking a look at the markets here. Gonna hop right into my Topstep X account. I also have Tradeify loaded up on the side. Copy trading 350Ks right here, looking at MES. I got the 5-minute chart opened up. Make sure you read what was on that last screen, read what's in the description of this video. I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. I'm just an idiot yapping on YouTube. Trading's risky. Most traders lose money. You're probably going to lose money if you decide to trade. Don't copy anything you see or take any suggestions or recommendations. This is all for entertainment purposes only. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop accounts, and the affiliate and partnership disclaimer that says I stand to make money from links in my content. Now, let's take a look at these markets, man. Some pretty interesting structure. Since I've got now 2 different charts, 2 different accounts, multiple platforms loaded up, I'm probably not going to try to confuse myself and also be switching between YM on this. Probably just going to stick to ES. I'll come around the horn on this chart. I'll look at NQ. I'll look at YM. But I'm not even looking to be swapping between Dow and ES right off the open for a trade, because now I'm managing a handful of accounts. That can get a little bit dicey. I'm going to try not to mess up one thing at a time. So I'm going to zoom out on this one. Let's jump to the daily on ES. Let's get some higher time frame. We are opening up 9:30 a.m. For NYSE Open. We're at 9:32:47, 48 seconds if you want to test latency here. We are banging against highs here, or at least approaching highs again. Here's the daily chart on, again, this is MES in the current contract month. We're trading futures here. Getting real close to this high, right? We're testing this high over here from from late last month. Chopped around some wild sell-offs and then recoveries. Wild sell-offs and then recoveries. We know what the last couple weeks looked like. We pushed up here This is Thursday. Friday, we kind of consolidated around the highs. Now we've just been chopping up here. We're really failing to turn and sell back off. We haven't seen a gnarly move back down to this area, like the sub 100s, kind of what I was looking for a potential pullback down. We are looking somewhat bearish on the beginning, right, in the morning session for this current candle that's printing right here on the daily. But this is looking strong, man, right? This is looking very bullish. You know, stocks are going up, right? Stonks go up. We know that that dumbass saying, but we are looking strong on this from a, you know, zoomed out daily and then a more zoomed in daily as we start to drop it down, get some top down analysis rolling on the 1 hour. Again, just kind of ignoring some of the markup first. Hopefully you guys can still hear me. So what's up with that? Sorry, guys. It's giving me a warning here. Let's see if you can still hear me here. Yeah, we're back in action. I don't know what that was. YouTube tripping out. Okay. Consolidating, kind of chopping around as we're zoomed out here. 5 minutes into the open on the 1 hour chart, like really zoomed out. As we start to drop back in, we can take a look at kind of where we're at overnight, what happened yesterday. Sell off and then some chop down here, big back and forth price action, and then nice recovery to the upside. You know, ended up pushing up through the afternoon, tapped again, you know, you put this high in right above the day before's high, but really not just blasting off to the upside and coming back down into this area of consolidation, right? Zoomed out on the 5 minute. This is pretty choppy. This is not super directional, right? We are back and forth, albeit we are maintaining somewhat bullish structure, right? We got a high in here. We got a higher low in here. Now we're kind of just chopping around. Right now, overnight session looked a little bit weak, right? We opened up, came down below VWAP through Asia and London. Through Asia. London looked like we had a recovery back above VWAP and then into pre-market for NYSE. Came back below, put this overnight low end down here around these lows, tested multiple times. It's a nice level right here. And we're back up at VWAP chopping around. So pretty directionless for me. Overall higher time frame, you know, bullish. But on the 1 minute chart here, I'm going to stay flexible, right? Been talking about that with you guys. Going to stay pretty dang flexible on this one. Not really worried about only taking buys, only taking sells as if we were blasting to the upside, you know, day over day, week over week, really, really strong uptrend, for example, where I'd say, hey, man, I really don't want to get involved in a sell here because we are just absolutely ripping in one direction. Markup I have on my chart, as you guys saw, overnight high and low. That's the level that we put in high and low from session changeover all the way till 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Prior day high and low, pretty self-explanatory, coming off of that daily candle high and low. I've got 3 VWAPs on this chart. The standard session VWAP, an anchored VWAP to NYSE session from the prior day, yesterday at 9:30 a.m., and then a 9:30 a.m. anchored VWAP. I run a little bit more, you know, markup on this chart. I also am going to mark up 2 ranges, the 15-minute opening range and the 1 hour opening range. A little bit more markup on my charts here on the 1 minute because I'm so dang zoomed in. It just gets difficult to understand where you are from a higher time frame perspective when I'm looking at, you know, maybe only a few hours of data. Rather than the 15-minute chart zoomed out where I could see maybe like a couple days or something like that. So just a little bit more markup, but nothing really to distract me from the main key pieces, which are price action, market structure, and a little bit of volume, right? Key levels that I'm paying attention to, but price action, market structure, king for me. Order flow running on the side. My good friend Bookmap. That's the only other secret sauce I have. I'll show you that right here. This is the ES Bookmap. Level 2 data, order flow, looking at the DOM, looking at depth of market, current order book, ladder, whatever you want to call it. Price levels, quantity of orders above and below price. Have this loaded up for YM as well, but like I said, really not looking to take a trade off of YM this morning because I've got a couple accounts loaded up that I want to pay attention to and get some trading in on. Nothing really screaming at me here on Bookmap. So we will see how the market opens up, man. Excited to get some trading in. Yesterday's session was all right. Ended up taking an L and then a comeback W for a nice green session. Small green, I should say. Back and forth. Break even on Tuesday. One small green break even on the live with you guys, and it was no trade on Monday. So let's see how we can finish off this week, man. That's what I'm looking forward to. See what we can get here on this Thursday. Again, not a lot of news. Cautious. We might consolidate up here. Good morning. Good morning. What's up, guys? Appreciate you hopping on here. Taking a double check with you guys at news. This is the site I typically look at for news, forexfactory.com. You can tell I come from the Forex world in the past. Yeah, not a whole lot, right? I'm looking for red folder events. We had unemployment at 8:30. Not a massive reaction out of that. No red folder. Crude oil inventories at 12. Probably be wrapping up at least for this morning session before then. Trump speaking at 7:20. That's the next thing to worry about. If we look forward into tomorrow, a little bit dicey, like we were talking about yesterday. 9:45 a.m. we have flash manufacturing, and 10 a.m. Existing home sales. That could be a little bit dicey because it's around the time that I like to be trading. So it's my trading view chart with Tradeify loaded up, but I'm going to keep it on Topstep for now because I have this chart marked up. That other one is just a raw chart. So let's see what ES has for us this morning, man. Not too much at the open. Chopping around VWAP. Getting close to setting this 15-minute opening range, the 15-minute high and low, the orb, but not a whole lot so far. Not a whole lot so far. Pretty muted open, as we say, right? Let's go ahead and get ready for our 15-minute opening range. Wow, where's the end of this thing? Take a look and see how this forms. We're not there yet. 9:41 a.m. in about 30 seconds. But once we put the high and low in from 9:30 a.m. to 9:45 a.m., I do like to mark that. Looks like we're going to push lower, so I'm not going to throw that one on there just yet. Give us a little bit of structure, a little bit of a range to work with. More often than not, that 15-minute opening range is getting broken to both sides. It's kind of opposite of the initial balance. ES is more likely to break both sides of that 15-minute opening range, but it's not as strong as it was. That was a really, really strong stat. Last year, like early to middle of last year, if I'm remembering correctly, it was like really, really uncommon for it to just break out and run one side of the 15-minute. It's not as strong now. Haven't looked at the stats from Edgeful, but I can tell you just from looking at it and watching it. But it still does provide some structure to trade off of. You know, right? We get a range to work off of, some level that may be respected, especially if it's kind of setting up how it is now. You know, around low time frame lows, low time frame consolidation. But we'll see what we got here for ES, man. Keep it simple, basic price action, market structure. See if we can't make some money in these funded accounts. That's the name of the game. Appreciate you guys hopping on. What's up? What's up? Good morning. Stuart Jess, LA Creations. What's going on? Appreciate you guys being here. Cool. While we're waiting for this thing to chop around and set up, tell you what I have loaded up here on a Tradeivy account. Whoa, don't need to do that. On a Tradeivy account is Tradeify. 30% off, straight to funded, skip the eval. You do have to work with some different rules on these accounts. There's a 20% consistency rule. No single day can be 20% or more of the total profit that you have. You have a minimum days to pay out, 10 minimum days to pay out. You also have a profit target that you have to hit before you can withdraw. But You're paying to skip that eval. You're going right into a funded account. Pretty sweet, if you ask me. I think if you have an edge in the market, you have something that works, and we get some wiggle here. You have something that works. Ooh, very wiggly here. That is a way to just go straight to funded, not have to worry about spending days trading an eval, not have to worry about failing multiple times maybe and spending more money that you would failing it. It's about 356, 357 for the 50K straight to funded with Topstep main comparison, right? And what I'm trading right here, you're paying $50 for that eval, each one that you have to take before you pass, and then $150 for the activation. So that's the comparison there. But you can check that out through the link in the chat. I'd encourage you to read all the rules yourself and make a decision. Wow, we are looking wiggly now. We decided to make a turn. There feels like there's something behind this, unless we're just getting some strong volatility to the downside. But that feels like a headline Trump tweet. Somebody said something. Immediate move to the downside in ES. Let's see if we are getting it across other markets. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to watch this for a minute on Bookmap as well. Good morning, Ryan. What's going on, guys? Yeah, that's some volatility. I don't have a breakout trade to the downside. Man, we could obviously just see a wick down below, kind of stay in this area consolidation. We could see that potentially continue. I'm going to go ahead and mark another discretionary level off of these lows down here. Let me just jump out to the 5-minute, take a look. Yeah, we start to break below prior day low. That's going to be the next level that I'm looking to the downside. Not really concerned up above. But we got wiggly there. Got a little wiggly there. Nice. Got our 15-minute opening range. And let's see. Do we continue that volatility to the downside? Do we start to pull back? Maybe we get some direction on this thing for a break lower. Pull back up and a continuation down. I'd be looking for a short. I do think this can just be some quick, morning volatility off NYSE open, and we pull right back up and just continue chopping. Could be similar move that we've been seeing, which is just a reversal, a trend in the morning or kind of choppiness